In the previous video, we understood what EC2 is. In this video, we are going to launch a real EC2 server live inside AWS and understand the components of the EC2. By the end of this video, you will know how to create your own cloud server from the scratch. A quick recap on the EC2. EC2 is a virtual server running in a cloud. Instead of running a machine in our office or home, AWS hosts a server for us and we rent it. Now let's move from theory to practical. So once you create an account, you could able to log into the AWS. Still you haven't created an account in AWS, you can check my previous video. I can attach the link in the comment. You can just create an account and you would be able to log in. So once you have logged in, we will be landing in this page called AWS Management Console, or called the console home, where it will be listing recently visited services. So some of the regions are not being enabled for my account, so this can be enabled too. So click on the manage regions, and these 17 AWS regions are not enabled for my account. So I would like to enable Hyderabad, so I will just click and do a enable. It is still in enabling state, so once it is available we could be able to list it. So after enabling the region Hyderabad, we could able to see it is in the region tab. So I will click Hyderabad. We are going to create an EC2 in Hyderabad region. So just click on the dashboard on the EC2. For launching an EC2 instance, we can just click launch instances button here. Type your name of the EC2 server. I will just name demo server, right? This is called the Amazon Machine Image, AMI. So here we can able to select any of the images which is pre-installed with the OS and software. So we do have lot of AMIs, just you can explore it. So this is a quick start AMIs provided by the Amazon, which is also verified by AWS, and we do have a AWS market place AMIs and community AMIs as well. These are the AMIs provided by the third party peoples where they will publish their own AMIs which we can use. We'll select the AWS Amazon Linux Mission AMI. We could see here AMI from catalog. I have selected the Amazon Linux 2023 kernel 6.1 AMI. So this is the image ID for the Hyderabad region, and the default username is EC2 user. So while we are logging into our EC2 server, the username will be EC2-user. So the root device type is EBS, which is an elastic block store. It is not stored in our instance, so we will attach the EBS while launching our instance. And the instance type, so if you want to check on the EC2 free type, just click on the EC2 here, and on the left side you could able to see EC2 instance types on the dashboard. So in this instance types, all the instance type will be listed, and we could able to see if it is free or not. So free tier, just click on the settings and do a free tier eligible, so that column will be available here, and you could see that these instance type are false, which is not a free tier. So once you sort it for a free tier, you could able to see true in this region for only 4 instance types. So we can just select t3.micro. So once we have selected the instance type, next comes the key pair login. So this is the crucial part for logging into our AWS EC2. So I don't have any key pair, so I need to create one. Just click create new key pair. So the key pair is a region specific. For Hyderabad, I have given a name like Hyde. So please do give the name meaningfully so that you won't get confused. And we do have 2 options here. So we can export as a PEM file or as a putty file, that is ppk, which is used in the Windows. Or for Linux, if you are using Linux, then you can go with pem file for logging in via SSH. So just I will create a new by clicking create key pair. A new key will be created and it will be downloaded. So it is done. We will be having a default VPC provided by the AWS, and if you want to attach your own VPC, you can change that too, but it is a default one provided by the AWS. And on the subnet, we can choose any one of the subnet, or we can give just no preference, will itself pick any one of the subnet by itself. And same for the availability zone too. So it will pick any one of the availability zone. And if we want to create a new security group, just we can here create security group, and here you can name your security group as launch wizard 1 or demo security group. Give a meaningful description here. The inbound security group rules are by defaultly they have provided SSH, which is port 2022, and it is anywhere, so it will allow all the IP. If we want to add any other rule, just click add security group rule, and here I want to select an HTTP rule for port 80, and it is custom, so I will select anywhere. And coming to the EBS storage, this is a place where we can configure the storage, and defaultly it will be 8 of GP3. If we want to change the volume type, just click on the arrow, and we could able to change the volume type. So it can be a GP3, which is general purpose one, and if you want to add more volumes, just click on add volume button and you can add it. So it is a default, you can't remove it, since EC2 will install all the OS and application data inside this EBS storage, so this can't be removed or detached. After checking all the details, we can just click launch instance. So once launched, on the instance tab, you could able to see our instance is being listed here, which is demo server head. So the status is like initializing. So when it is check OK, then we can able to log into our EC2. Inside our instance ID, you could able to see public IP address and the private IP address. In the details tab, you could able to see the AMI ID which we have used to launch our application, and we do have monitoring tab for the EC2. So this will give the CPU network monitoring dashboards. And on the security, we could security group which is attached to this instance. So these are the ports which we have allowed it, and this is a default outbound rule. On the networking tab, we could able to see our VPC ID, subnet ID, and the availability zone that is allotted is a two-way, AP South two-way. So we do have two more availability zones, that is 2B and 2C. And on the storage tab, we could able to see the volume which is being attached here, and the volume monitoring will also be listed underneath it. Now our EC2 instance health is status check is passed. So let's try to get into our EC2 connect button in our EC2 instance. So if we click the connect button, we could able to see four options. One is the EC2 instance connect, and the second one is the SSM session manager, and the other one is the SSH client, and the other one is the EC2 serial console. So now we can log into our EC2 using an SSH client. So for this, I do have a Windows machine, but still I can access the pem file via git bash. This is a command console. So demo key Hyderabad.pem is available in my downloads page, and for it we need to change the permission. Since PEM file is very sensitive, we need to change the permission so that we can able to connect to our IP. So I will do a chmod 400 with SSH hyphen I and the IP of our instance. So click on the public IP address, just copy it and do a paste here. So here we need to give EC2 hyphen user at, this is very important, followed by our public IP. So once we enter, so once it has been connected, we could able to get into our AWS EC2 instance. So here you can see home EC2 user, which is a default directory provided by our AMI. So now let's try to reach this server. So we can reach the server by opening the public DNS. By default, it will try to open our public DNS or a public IP, but our machine doesn't run any of the HTTP website. So we can do install a HTTPD in our machine. So start the HTTPD process and enable the HTTPD. It works. Why I have taken the HTTP is because in our security group we haven't allowed uh, the port 443, so it is only 80. So that's it. We have launched our first EC2 server and we have installed the HTTPD process in our EC2 instance and we have verified that it is working. We can connect via SSM also. To access via SSM, we need to enable the DHMC, which is we need to give permission on the IAM to enable this, which I can make a different video on connecting on these four types. Once our server has been created and if we are not using it, it is a good practice to stop the instance or terminate the instance if it is not needed at all. So the stop instance will just stop the process and the instance will remain same here in this dashboard, and the EBS volume will also be attached. But when we do a terminate, the instance will get deleted and after some time it will be also erased from this dashboard, and the created attached EBS will also be deleted. So this is created for a demo purpose. So I will do a terminate instance. So be cautious on terminating the instance. So once it is being done, it will show as terminated. It's terminated, and after some time it will be uh, removed from this dashboard. And that's it. We have successfully launched our first EC2 instance and connected to it step by step. We also saw how to choose the AMI, select the instance type, create the key pair, configure the security group, and finally access the server using SSH. This is the exact same foundation used in real-world AWS and DevOps project. If you followed along with me, congratulations, you have now created your first cloud server. If the video helped you, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because in the next video, we are going to take this EC2 server one step further and host a live website on it. That's where this becomes even more practical and exciting. See you in the next video. Thank you.